All right. We're going live. We're starting it up. We got Facebook, and let me see what's online here. Let me get these headphones out of here. We're on. We are on. We are running. We are ready to go. I'm just going to fire up Instagram real fast, and we will get started. It is 9 o'clock. We are live everywhere. We're live in 2.0. We're live on the Facebook page. We're live on Twitter. We are live on YouTube. We are live everywhere. We're just about to go live on Instagram right now. Let us do that right now. Let's see. No. Why is this so difficult? There we go. And we are now live on Instagram as well. So we're live everywhere. Good afternoon or good evening, everybody. How we all doing? Hopefully we're all doing well. Hopefully everybody's happy and healthy and safe. And hopefully everyone's a little fired up. I'm hoping everybody's a little fired up. I'm going to ask the general question that I normally ask. I'm going to fire up the chat here. Do you guys hear me wherever you're commenting? Do you guys hear me or not? It looks like you guys are good, and we will get started right now. Hello, Instagram. How are you? And hello, YouTube. How are you? And Facebook and Twitter. How are you? And the after party tonight is going to be on TikTok at Captain Deplorable. We'll do our after party on TikTok at Captain Deplorable. So we will do that as well, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, hello from Hoboken. Let's begin. Well, let's let a couple people jump in real quick. There's a lot of folks who are fired up right now over vaccine passports, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. I'm going to get into that. So there's a lot of folks I know are fired up about vaccine passports. No good. Hi, Jay. How are you? And we'll talk about vaccine passports because I got a lot to say and some brainstorming I think we need to do with regards to vaccine passports. The next thing, hello from South Carolina. The first thing I want to talk about, obviously, is some of our upcoming stuff. Obviously, we were supposed to have a rally last Sunday. We didn't. It rained like crazy. It's a good thing we didn't go out. We're not afraid of water, but in the spirit of safety, obviously, it's a little nicer to not have to be out in the rain and be driving, and that stuff was terrible on Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. All right. So let's get into that. I'm going to talk about it quickly. Our next rally is on April 11th. Okay. And that's going to be the same thing that we were just going to do. Same time, same place, same everything. There is one thing that is going to change, and this is important. And I'd like everyone to just listen, understand this, okay? There's one thing that's going to change about April 11th. On last weekend, on the 28th, had we driven to Sunken Meadow, we would have been able to drive right in, okay? And we would have been able to park no problem. Starting on April 3rd, they are charging, okay? They are charging admission at all the state parks, all right? Starting on April 3rd. They are charging admission in all the state parks April 3rd. A bunch of us went out yesterday. We scouted out the route again, and we saw those signs. So as of April 3rd, there is going to be a charge to enter any of those state parks, okay? Though that's going to be about $10 a vehicle. We did this in Montauk. This is what we're looking at. All right. So what I would recommend, if you plan on being a part of these rallies for the remainder of the year, and you think you're going to be at 8 or more venues or 8 or more rallies, I would recommend buying the Empire Pass. That's the New York State Pass, and it gets you into all the state parks pretty much. It's an $80 pass. It's all done online. You can go on Google, Empire Pass, Empire NYS, okay? I just bought mine yesterday. It's $80, and it works in all the parks, okay? Summer, because of the fact that COVID restrictions are going to be rolled back a little bit. All right. Because of all that, it's going to be tougher to meet and rally in some of the places. It's going to get tougher to meet and rally in some of the places that we did last summer, last fall. For instance, movie theaters, right? We met in a lot of movie theater parking lots. Okay. Movie theaters are open now. We can't take up their parking lots. Okay. They're going to be upset, and they have the right to be upset. Okay. If we're taking over their parking lot, if you choose not to get the Empire Pass, that's fine. But every time we end in a state park, you're going to have to pay about $10 a vehicle to get into the park. If you pay $80 for the state pass and you use it 9 times, it is now paid for itself, and you've taken $10 out of the state's pocket and Andrew Cuomo's pocket. So look at it that way too. Gets you into Robert Moses, gets you into Jones Beach, gets you into Heckscher, gets you into Wildwood, gets you into Sunken Meadow, and a bunch of other ones on Long Island and throughout the state. So any park that's charging for admission, Montauk. Okay. Those are interesting. That's a good thing to have, is the Empire State Pass. I would love to just end in and I see somebody, and I apologize. It just says, because LALM 2.0 is a private Facebook group, the chat in Restream, it just comes up here. It says the old, just as Facebook user. If you're commenting on those streams, it says Facebook user. So someone here says the old Kmart lot in Bohemia is a huge empty lot. And I love huge empty lots. I think it's great. But I think the best way to stick it to the state is to end on state property, right? And I think, and state parks are generally, they're public. You can barbecue. You can do all of these things. Plus, as someone else is saying in the chat here, all of the state parks upstate, the Empire Pass is good for as well. So you can sign up for the Empire Pass if we do rallies upstate, which, by the way, we're going to do. We're going to be doing rallies upstate, especially with the vaccine passport nonsense that's coming out. Okay. We're going to be doing rallies upstate. Get yourself the Empire Pass if you plan on being a part of it. And if you don't want to get the Empire Pass, that's fine too. We're just saying, and I'm just saying now, it would be a good thing to buy, good thing to have. If you plan on being a part of a bunch of our rallies this summer, get yourself the Empire Pass. The last thing I want to do is throw the state money. But if you have the Empire Pass, you'll be giving them less money. Okay. Babylon Town Parks. I'm a Town of Babylon resident. Babylon Town Parks, those passes are going on sale first week of April. I believe it's April 3rd, and those are only going to be sold online. If you're a Town of Babylon resident, get yourself the beach pass. All right. I don't think we're going to be doing rallies in the Town of Babylon beaches, because then most people can't get in. But for those of you who are Town of Babylon residents, take that and get yourself the passes going on sale. And all these passes are done online. Okay. Finally, 2 days left until the New York State 4x4 or 4-wheel drive fishing access passes are done being sold until Labor Day. You have 2 more days to submit that application. You need your DEC fishing permit, your fishing license. It's free. You can do that online or in person at any Dick's Sporting Goods. Okay. You go into, this is the New York State now. You go in, you get your saltwater fishing license. It is free. You then take that saltwater fishing license, that DEC permit number, you put it into the application on the New York State 4x4, New York State fishing access pass permit. I got my pass already. We're going to be doing rallies on the beach, 4x4, drive on, not every week, but if you want to be a part of that, you have a 4-wheel drive vehicle, go ahead and get yourself that pass. That's important. And get yourself that pass. Smith Point County Pass, Smith Point 4x4. That is a county park. That's a different pass. So as Glenn is saying here on YouTube, Smith Point 4-wheel drive county pass, that's the Suffolk County Pass. That's another pass. If you do want to get that, I think that's on sale all year round. Okay. So that's what we have in terms of the passes coming up into the summer. We're going to be doing a lot of rallies in state parks. So if you anticipate being a part of that, and I really hope you do, go ahead and be a part of that and get yourself the Empire Pass. This way you're not getting ripped off at the toll booth. All right. Newsletter. Our newsletter. We got a lot of signups. For the newsletter. Appreciate all that. Thank you guys so much for jumping in and signing up for the newsletter. I will be sending out another one on Wednesday morning. Okay. So you'll be getting another newsletter Wednesday morning, officiallowmajority.com. Scroll to the bottom of the website and you will see a sign up form for the newsletter. Okay. The newsletter is going to be used a little more frequently. It's also going to be used to push out content when we start pushing out regular content. So we will have the newsletter. You can go to officiallowmajority.com, sign up for that on the website. I see someone named Michelle Albergo. Hi, all. I'm new here. Welcome to the family, Michelle. Everybody give Michelle a round of applause and a warm welcome, a loud majority welcome, the only way we know how. What's up, Michelle? Glad to see you here. Okay, what's next? Couple things. Oh, we got the new. Okay, this is what I'm excited about. Did you all see the sign or the billboard that was put up in Oneonta, New York? Have you all seen the sign? Have you all seen the billboard? Let me see. I know the chats and everything like that are a little delayed. Have you guys seen the billboard? Have you guys seen the signs in Oneonta? You guys know what that sign says in Oneonta, New York? Anybody hear about it? It's pretty cool. I'll wait to see if anyone comments on that. Excuse me. By the way, you like my shirt? Not my president. I got hairy legs. Not my president. Do you miss me yet? Of course you do. Of course you miss me. I know that. Okay, you haven't seen the sign. The sign says, make Andrew go away. Make Andrew go away. Okay? Boom. That is the sign in Oneonta. And when I was sent a picture of that sign, I said, holy cow, this is a great thing. So we came to be, Trump is not going to be the Speaker of the House. He would never accept the position lower than president, I don't think. We came to be doing MAGA rallies, right? Trump rallies, go Trump. We went to Albany for a little bit, but MAGA, right? That's the big thing. That's what energizes us. It's all about MAGA. Make America great again. We're talking about making the country so great. Look at this. I have a flag, okay? And if you wave this flag, they call you a racist. If you say all lives matter, everybody matters, and you say that's racist, it's incredible. So we're going to bring back MAGA rallies. People like to do it. I love MAGA rallies. Yeah, they're Make America Great Again rallies. Yes, they are. But they're also, and here we're thinking, they're Make Andrew Go Away rallies, right? MAGA. So we're doing both. Oh my God, you're still rallying for Trump? Why are you actually so sorry? They're Make Andrew Go Away rallies, MAGA rallies. So we're doing Take Back New York. It all still stands, right? But MAGA is back. MAGA is back and is being tailored to New York. New York. This is not what New Yorkers wanted. They did not want to have a passport for a vaccine. They did not want to hear about people dying in the nursing homes or having the schools closed. This is not what New York wanted at the beginning of the pandemic. They did not want to hear about restrictions. How's that? I know y'all love the Cuomo. A lot of people think the Cuomo is good. I think it's not that good, but a lot of folks think, of course, New York didn't want that, but they have a terrible governor who ran the state into the ground. We're talking about somebody, he took it down faster than the Hindenburg, okay? So MAGA rallies are coming back. And it's not that we're going to be Trump-centric, but it's also that we're not going to forget about Trump. I mean, hell no. I mean, obviously not, right? Trump is what brought us together. Trump is who's going to keep us together. Okay? And apparently Cuomo got accuser number 9 today. So he's one away. 10 people or less. They say 10 people or less, okay? But MAGA's back. MAGA's back. We have to keep MAGA. We have to stay strong with MAGA, right? And it was, there's some It was never about abandoning Donald Trump. First of all, it would never happen. I would never do that. Okay. But it's going to be called MAGA because it's going to drive people crazy. They're still doing MAGA rallies. Yeah, make Andrew go away. I can't believe what, you hear all these people now. You hear all these people now, right? What are you guys still doing? Why are you still doing it? The election's over. Yeah, the election is over. You're right. The election is over. And no matter how we feel about it, you're right. The election's over. It's done. There's no election on the questions about the election. That's not over. The questions surrounding the irregularities in the election, those aren't done. I want to get to the bottom of those. But the election's over. We can all settle on the fact that the election happened. And things did not go our way. Okay? And we know what happened. We know the real truth about the election. Okay? We know. We know. But what is not over is the fact that we all of us, still love this flag, right? Right? We still love the country that flag represents. We still love the chant USA. It doesn't make us racist. We believe all lives matter. Everybody matters. We believe we should be putting America first. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in liberty and the Bill of Rights and the unalienable rights outlined in the Declaration of Independence. We believe in that. And just because we didn't win an election or just because the election didn't go our way doesn't mean we stop believing in that. It doesn't mean we get demoralized and hide just because Donald J. Trump is not on the ballot right now. After the election and after things started to become resolved and after we knew what was going to happen, I began saying it is going to be a tough 2 years. Tough 2 years. The Democrats are in control of everything. It's bleak. What are we going to do? Oh my goodness, the sky is falling. America first is the general idea. That means, make America great again. America first, right? We're talking about taxing people by the mile. Oh, let's tax people I'm going to tax you by the mile. Why? To fund infrastructure. Really? I think we should stop funding gender programs in Pakistan. And instead of taxing Americans by the mile to fund infrastructure, stop giving millions of dollars to Pakistan to study gender. Because I can make that real simple, real quick. I will record a video and say, hello, Pakistan, how are you? I want you to look down. And if you see something down there, you're a boy. And if you don't, you're a girl. There's your gender program. And that's not millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. Okay? Sorry if that makes me insensitive. Sorry, but it's not our responsibility to deal with gender dysphoria in Pakistan. That's not our responsibility. I'm sorry. No, I'm not really sorry, though. We have got to understand, we have got to push back and just tell everybody, no, we're not playing these games. There has to be a set of rules. There has to be a set of standards that we all follow, right? That we can all agree upon. Can we sit at a table with a bunch of liberals and say 2 + 2 is 4? Or are we going to be a racist for saying that? Or are they going to argue you don't know what the 2 identifies as, or the other 2, or the 4? The 4 can identify as a 5. And now all of a sudden there's no rules. Up is down, down is up. The sky is green, the grass is blue. What are we doing? Where are we going? Where is society heading? I was talking to somebody today and it got me sick. This show, My Strange Addiction, okay? And we all have our little kinks. We all have our little, pet peeves and fetishes and whatever. But there's this show. I'm just going to give you an example. There's this show, My Strange Addiction. And I was watching a clip about it, about somebody who said she was addicted to eating mattresses. Okay? Now let's just pause for a second. Eating mattresses. I'm not joking. This was a real person. You can't survive on doing that. There's no nutrition in a memory foam bed. You cannot live and be healthy by eating a steady diet of Tempur-Pedic. It doesn't work that way. But society has normalized that. Society and the left really has normalized this idea that Satan, the devil, not that bad a guy. Let's put human blood in a shoe and be Satanists. What? Hello? Right? So society has begun to normalize these things. Society has normalized abortion up until now. We're talking about post-birth abortion. Post-birth abortion is murder. Okay? There are people, and we are normalizing this behavior. Oh, if you want to eat a mattress, go ahead. No. You know what? Let me rephrase. If you want to eat a mattress, go ahead and eat a mattress. Go ahead, eat it. Eat the mattress. Go for it. But don't ask me to watch you on TV. And don't put it on television. The only reason this person is consuming mattresses is because it's going on TV. This person is not addicted to eating a mattress. This person is addicted to attention. And what do? We enable it by giving this person a TV show and a platform to do a 7-course meal of Tempur-Pedic and then My Pillow. Well, you can't eat My Pillow anymore. That's racist. You see what I'm saying, though? That society has normalized this nonsense, this delusional behavior as the new norm. How many times have we heard that phrase, the new normal, right? The first time Andrew Cuomo, this is going to be the new normal. Your president screaming, I got hairy legs, and having no idea where he is the new normal. Your president being invisible when it comes to the border is the new normal. America being characterized by a bumbling old white man that's supposed to be against a bumbling old fool. That's the identity of America. So it's time we literally need to just disconnect from that stuff. But the radical left is their tentacles are seeping into everything. And so this idea of My Strange Addiction and this ridiculous show has just gone further to prove the point that there are a lot of people who need a lot of help out there. And there are a lot of people who don't understand how complicit they are in this. Complicit. How easy was it to get everybody to diaper up and wear the mask just a year ago? Don't worry, it's 15 days to slow the spread. Don't worry, it's 15. Today is day 377 of 15 days to slow the spread. You got to hear Fauci talking about now wearing 2 masks. But you only need half the distance now. It was a year ago we were coming to the end of the first 15 days to slow the spread. And I posted on Facebook a little earlier in the beginning of this pandemic. And I said, we're not vulnerable to a virus. We're not vulnerable to a virus. We are vulnerable to fear. We are vulnerable to fear and anxiety caused by sensationalism. And who was being sensational at that time? The media, Dr. Fauci, the radical left. 4 million Americans are supposed to die. Dr. Birx outright admitted on television they're being liberal with listing people as dying from COVID. We were never vulnerable. Don't get me wrong. There are some people who were vulnerable to this respiratory illness. But we as a nation were never vulnerable to this type of chaos if we had maintained our heads. But we let sensationalist media, sensationalist narratives take over, dominate, trick people into buying 96 rolls of toilet paper to last 2 weeks in quarantine. And I've been saying this for a year, if you need 96 rolls of TP over the course of 2 weeks, you have much bigger problems than the China virus, okay? So think about how easy it was. Think about how easy it was to get people to stop shaking hands, to get people to stop showing up in front of each other. It's separating families. You talk about separating families at the border. Thanksgiving was canceled. Christmas was canceled. Who's separating families here? You're separating the American citizens. You're separating what makes America great, and that's culture. That's tradition. That's bond, face to face. It's that personal camaraderie that Americans have had with one another for years that has made us the greatest country in the world. That is what they've done. They have driven a wedge in between us and said it's because of COVID. We're doing this for public safety. And we can look at all the numbers they want. We could look at we could say masks don't work. Doesn't matter. Enough people bought what they were selling that it is now the status quo. So what do we do? Well, we have to continue organizing. We must continue organizing. We must continue gathering. We must stay strong, but we must also do a little more than that. Now, I was speaking with somebody at Belmore last Thursday, and I'm going to get into what we were talking about in a second, but let's chat about vaccines. Let's chat about vaccines. And I know vaccines are not a popular thing among this crowd, among this audience, among this crowd, among our members, among our group. Vaccines are not popular. I don't want to get it. I don't plan on getting it. I don't think I need to get it. I don't think anybody needs to get it. But if you want to get it, that's your choice, right? I'm also, and here's the deal. There are a lot of people who are. I am not anti-vax. Sorry. I'm not anti-vax. I'm not pro-vax, but I'm not anti-vax. Okay? I'm anti-force. Understand that? Anti-force. Okay? In other words, there's a vaccine. You think wearing a mask is a good idea? Go ahead. Promote the mask. Promote the vaccine. But do not force me to get it. Do not restrict where I can go if I don't have it. And I swear to God, do not ask for my papers. This is not Nazi Germany. Okay? Now, if you want to get a vaccine, you get a vaccine. My dad's getting a vaccine. Fine. You want to get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine because you don't want the RNA because it stops the death aspect of this virus? Get it. That's fine. But government and the sheep out there, do not impose your life on mine. This goes for just about everything. The libertarian in me says this. I say this all the time. There are people who are afraid of the ocean. You say, oh my goodness, why don't you want to go in the ocean? We're at the beach. The ocean's great, right? Well, there's sharks in there. Yeah, but the chances of you getting bit by a shark are like 1 in a million. Okay, I don't want to take the risk. Okay, fine. That's good. So you don't want to go swimming. But that doesn't mean the rest of us can't go swimming, right? I don't feel like wearing a mask. I don't think it's a risk. Well, it's not about you. It's about other people. Well, they can wear the mask if it works. Right? If I'm afraid of this virus, I'll diaper up and I'll wear the mask. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not going to get a vaccine. I don't think we should be wearing masks. I really don't. Look at Texas. Texas lifted the mask mandates. Their cases went down. Their deaths went down. Their infections went down, all that. This idea of the vaccine passport it's awful. It's awful. Because at the baseline, the people will tell you, oh, no. It's just to make sure that these buildings and everything, that everybody who goes in there is safe and they're not contagious and they're not sick. And oh, no, it's just about public safety. Yeah, really? It's about public safety? Okay. So I go get my vaccine. I get that shot in the arm. They tell the QR code that I got the shot in the arm. Now they go, oh, your personal data, it stays secure, blah, 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 blah. Okay. It stays secure. You think I trust that? Government now will know every time that QR code gets scanned, When you go into a building, they will know where you are, why you were there. If you're not getting the vaccine and they say, okay, you just have to get tested 6 hours before the game or 6 hours before the concert or 6 hours before whatever event it is that you're going in, they're going to know exactly where you are. They're going to know exactly where you are. This is just another way for the government to keep tabs on you. I'm not trying to sound like a tinfoil hat person. Contact tracing is a 2-word euphemism for spying. And this vaccine passport crap is just that. It's crap. Now, federally, if they mandate this for airplanes and all that, we're in trouble. We're not going to be able to travel. I'm not going to be able to travel unless I drive. But what do? It's happening April 2nd. It's happening April 2nd. Conservatives, over the course of time, we have always had a problem with organizing. Always. Until groups like ours, groups like Walk Away, Turning Point, all these different groups have come together and started to organize, but we still have this problem. And the reason why we have this problem is we're not hive-minded. Conservatives, Republicans are not hive-minded. Instagram knows what I'm talking about. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter knows what I'm talking about. We're not hive-minded. There's so many different minds, and that sometimes causes dissension. For instance, when I say I'm not anti-vax, that might upset a few people in the audience because they may be anti-vax. I am. Look at this. We have an open box, marketplace of ideas. Bring all your ideas to the table. Let's brainstorm. Let's talk. We may not agree on everything, but we can agree that we have to take our country back. We love our country. We do this. Okay? What do? We organize. We have to organize. We have to act as one. We can't act individually. The more we act together, the louder our voices are. Okay? So I was speaking with somebody today on Facebook, and he messaged me, and he's down in Florida right now, but gave me all of the phone numbers and email addresses to all of our state representatives that we can bombard. We're talking about bombard them with messages, emails, snail mail letters about the vaccine passport. They don't want to get out in front of us because of COVID. They don't want to get out in front of us. Then we need to send stuff to them. And I'm going to be getting form emails together and things like that we're going to do. We're going to blast this stuff out from Long Island, New York to those offices and at least let them know how we feel about this crap, this vaccine passport. You know what the crazy part is? If I go watch the New Jersey Devils in New Jersey, Newark, I think it's where they play, Newark. New Jersey Devils, I don't have to get a test. But if I watch the Islanders here in New York, I got to get a test. This vaccine passport, the vaccine passport is a mess, and we have to take action against it. How long is the vaccine good for? They say you have to get booster shots every now and then. Is that passport going to update? Is the QR code going to malfunction? What if I got the vaccine and the QR code thing doesn't work? I still can't get in because it says I didn't get the vaccine. How do we know this whole thing is going to work? The best way to do it for this state, for the country, is you leave it up to the people. How come the people on the left, who are all about being pro-choice, my body, my choice, are now about pro-control? This is not about a virus. This was never about a virus. This was never about keeping people safe, because if it was about keeping people safe, you wouldn't have had our governor sending sick people into the elderly population, which was the most vulnerable, which we knew about from Washington State's nursing home disaster, and we knew about from what happened in Italy. I am done with this idea that we're following the science. So we need to push back against the vaccine passports and against the restrictions. Okay? And so here's what we're going to get ready to do. We need to take action here, Long Island. Vaccine passports are on the agenda. Whether or not we get that change remains to be seen. But we have to, as one, understand and come together and say, this is not acceptable. And Dawn is right here on YouTube. Next, we can have social scorecards just like China. What is stopping them from doing that? Once masks were mandated last year, I said to a bunch of people, you see how easy it was to make people put masks on? That's how easy it's going to be with the vaccine. Now, with regards to the vaccine, again, my position on the vaccine is I'm not anti-vax. I'm not pro-vax. I'm not telling you what to do. Okay? I am pro-liberty. I am pro-freedom, Bill of Rights, First Amendment. This is not about me telling you or pushing an opinion at you about whether you should get the vaccine or not. As a matter of fact, this is time to make a point. A lot of people want to know, is the vaccine safe? Is it legit? Donald Trump said take it. Donald Trump said take it. That means we should all take it, right? No. No. Just because Donald Trump said to do something doesn't mean I'm going to do it. That makes us blind. Okay, that makes us golden calf worshipers. I'm not a golden calf worshiper. If Trump feels comfortable pushing the vaccine, I would assume it's safe, but I'm not going to take it. I don't think I need it. I'm in a position, turning 30 very soon, where I don't really think I'm at risk of this disease. I don't think if I take it, I'm going to turn into some mutant, grow another head. But I don't want to take it. Just like I don't take the flu shot. I've gotten one flu shot. I got the flu that year. Not because of the shot. Not because of the shot. But didn't help. The doctor goes, well, you must have, you must have gotten one of the strains that you weren't vaccinated against. Fine. But, like I said, this is not about telling you to get the vaccine, not get the vaccine. I'm not getting the vaccine. I don't want the vaccine. I don't think I need the vaccine. And I'm free to say, no, thanks. Same thing with getting tested. I'll trade not going to Islanders games if I don't have to get a test. Because I don't want to play the game anymore. We don't need to play the game anymore. That's the point of what I'm saying here. It's time for us to collectively stop playing. Businesses need to say, you know what? The hell with these masks. If you want to wear one, wear one. If not, don't. What if they get in trouble with the state? Then take them to court. Set a precedent. It's not a dance party until one guy gets up dancing, but it doesn't turn into a party until the second person starts dancing, and then 2 more people dance, and then 4 more people dance, and then 8 more people dance, and the whole place is up and dancing, and they've lost control of the floor, and it's our floor. Do you understand what I'm saying? Stop playing the game. Open the state. You want a business? You want a hair salon? Tell them. Oh, well, they're not wearing masks. And there's no law. There's no law. These are mandates. They're not law. They were not passed the way laws are passed in the state. So I'll take my chances with the virus with a 99.98 survival rate. That's not to say it is not deadly. I understand that this respiratory virus can be very severe for some people. The heck is this link? There we go. It can be very severe. I'm not trying to downplay the seriousness of the you're trying to down. No, I'm not. So we need to take action. Calls, emails. Do you think we should do protests at Steve Ballone's office, county buildings? Because they're going to make you play the game. Oh, no, they're not going to mandate the vaccine. They're just going to say, no, you can't do this, or this if you don't have the vaccine. It's too easy. We have to keep calling it out. Excuse me. And we cannot, under any circumstances, keep capitulating. We cannot keep capitulating. We capitulated on 15 days to slow the spread. We capitulated on masks. We capitulated on social distancing. We capitulated on bars closing early. No more. No more capitulating. No more folding. No more caving. Very important that we stand up here. Calls, emails to your representatives at the state level. I will get this information out to you very soon, if not on the Wednesday newsletter. Working on a form email that we can send to everybody. This is what we've got to do. Now, in your communities, I spoke to somebody in Belmore about what we can do in our communities. I said, what's really sad is that a lot of people that I talk to know me. They know my name. They don't know their elected official's name. They don't know their town supervisor. They don't know, they don't know their county legislators. That's a problem. That's not your fault. That's their fault. I will tell you right now, if I was in office somewhere, in a public setting, be with the people, or else how are you going to represent the folks that elected you into office if you don't get to know them? So we need to put the pressure on locally on these towns, local governments. It is time to hold town halls again. If they tell you it's COVID, we can't put that many people in a room. Now I will say, no problem. Let's pick a place outside the building. Let's put a stage up or a bullhorn or anything to get the conversations going. Because if we're not talking to our local people, and if they're not talking to us, if we don't know them and they don't know us, how are either supposed to trust each other, number one, or two, supposed to work together in this representative form of government? It's never going to happen. So the woman from Merrick, Selga, will be in touch. She wants to start talking about getting a town hall situation going in Merrick. I want this to happen all across Long Island. Town halls. They don't want to do it inside? Fine. We will do it outside. If they find an excuse then, now it's time to put the pressure on. Now it's time to primary them. Now it's time to get these people out, because now they have no interest in being with you. They have no interest in knowing you. They have no interest in supporting you and representing you. They only have interest in occupying that office, sticking their fanny in that seat and collecting a paycheck. And that is the reason why our government is broken. Folks like Andrew Garbarino are reasons why this government is broken. Why did he vote like that? Why did he vote like that? Why did he vote against the Second Amendment? There is no way he can sell to me, to any of his constituents, that it was in our best wishes, that he was voting on behalf of his people. He never showed up to anything. He doesn't know his people. And you know what? I hope there's Republicans watching who are saying, you're causing dissension in the party. I'm not causing anything. If this guy was responsible, a good public representative, this guy would have been out there with us all fall. He didn't show up to one thing. I'm not taking it personally. I'm looking at it saying, you are representing the people. You are a congressman, and you have no idea who your people are. You have no idea what your people want, and you're going in there, you're voting recklessly. Guess what? It's going to come back to bite you. It's going to come back to bite you. Town halls, outside. They want to say COVID. You want to mask up for that? Do it. That's worth it. Because we have to talk to our leaders. They have to get in front of us. We have to get in front of them. But know this. If and when these town halls start to happen, when we go there, there is no yelling. There is no disrespect. We're not screaming at our leaders. They have to be okay, respectful, reasonable, logical discussions. and conversations when we have these town halls. If they turn into shouting matches, it'll stop. It won't be constructive. Town hall. Every town on Long Island. Get them going. That's what the founders had in mind. Your town supervisor should be answering your questions, but only if you come with questions, only if you set up a venue. But when we do these things, when we confront or when we question or when we speak with these leaders, you don't have to kiss their backsides. That's fine. But there is no screaming and yelling and no, you're this, that. No, 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 no. It has to be constructive. If you have a point to make, you make it, but classy. Okay? For instance, someone says, what are we doing about, maybe election reform comes up. And election reform needs to come up. My three biggest things: cancel culture, election reform, America first. There you go. There's your platform. Cancel culture, right? Number one, election reform. Number two, America first. That's at a national level. Locally, obviously, we're going to have different priorities in different townships. But I want to know, and I want to know when these town halls are. I want to know when these town halls are. Jay, great idea. Have a town hall with all representatives at Eisenhower Park. It's the best place. This is what is going to make a difference. They need to know us. They know who we are. They've heard about us. Everyone has at this point, right? But let's get these people out in front of us. And when they start, and there are going to be some of them who are afraid, not for their safety, but they're afraid because they know they're not going to be able to answer the questions. They know they're going to have their feet put to the fire, and they know that they're going to be exposed if they walk out in front of the people. Like my congressional representative, Andrew Garbarino, which is one of his biggest flaws. He's not a good speaker. Maybe you shouldn't be a politician. But instead, we vote for this guy, goes in there, starts voting to take guns away. Great. Yeah, you're real popular. You're going to be real popular. Casey said she never heard of me. Yeah, I never heard of you either, Casey. Love you. Okay? This is what we have to push for. Now, you want to make changes, vaccine passports. You want to make changes, voting reforms. You want to make changes, you have to bring it to the attention of the leader. And think about it. Think about cancel culture, how cancel culture works, right? It takes one tweet to say, oh my goodness, that can of syrup is racist. We have to change Aunt Jemima. Oh my God, there's a woman of color on pancake syrup. What are we going to do? Right? It was only a couple of people, but the blue check marks on Twitter that go crazy. This is the minority of the country is going nuts. But they're saying it over and over in the echo chamber. It's getting retweeted, and people are seeing it, and they're thinking that it's a much larger consensus, a much larger group of people that want to see Aunt Jemima remove the woman of color from the package than actually exists. We say all the time, there are more of us than there are them. There are more of us than there are of them. That is why we call ourselves the loud majority. What do we think happened in the last election? We all think we won. I do too. Because we are the majority. And guess what? Bongino says this all the time. We, all of us, have to stop having faith in the system, expecting a better leader to come across, and be that leader. We are the leaders we have been waiting for. That is the moral of the story. We are the ones who will take charge. We are the ones who will make change. We are the leaders we've been waiting for. Donald Trump was the president that we have been waiting for. He showed us that all of us together are the leaders that we have been waiting for. So let's lead. Let's lead. In your towns, town halls, the weather's going to start getting nicer. It's going to start getting dark out later. Get these people in front of an audience. Get these people in front of their constituents. Talk to them. Have the dialogue. Have the discussion. Make it go well the first time. Make sure there is a second time. This is it. It has not happened here on Long Island. And now, since we reach from west to east in this group, we can do this in every single town. Make government work. That's what this is about. Government is supposed to work for us. I'm sorry if I'm yelling, by the way. We're not supposed to work for them. Government is supposed to listen to us and make these decisions on behalf of our interests, not the other way around. So we need to start doing these town halls, organizing in every town. And when it comes to vaccine passports, I don't know what we should do. I'm ready to start I'm ready to start brainstorming. Throw some ideas out there in a chat. Instagram you too. Throw some ideas out there in the chat. Vaccine passports. Where do you think we should go? I personally think county offices is a good idea. You know, outside the county office, we line up anti-vaccine passport. Why not? We could do it. I would like to do it. Where else should we go with this? There are a lot of people who think we should walk into businesses without masks. Now, listen, I'm all for civil disobedience. I'm all for it. I'm all for civil disobedience. But we have to understand something. If Target, if Stop and Shop, if the mall, the outlets, Walmart, if Costco, if they decide as businesses that you have to wear a mask to go in and that you're not allowed in without one, and you walk in without one, they could get you for trespassing. Okay, you could be held legally, accountable there. So if you want to go into a mall without a mask, you need to have a good lawyer. I'd love to walk into a mall right now, rip the mask off, and have a party. But there could be some criminality to that. Okay? And that's all I'm saying. It's the business's right to require one. I'm not saying it's constitutional. I'm not saying it makes any sense, but it is the business's right to do it. Just like it's a business's right to not bake a cake for a gay couple. Now, the state land, state property, whatnot, different story. You can protest there. Vaccine passports, someone just suggested News 12. That's not a bad idea. That's a news station. Someone had suggested, what else here? What do I got here? News 12, or what was the other one that they mentioned there? Or vaccination sites. I don't think we should go to vaccination sites. Because again, we don't want to spread the message that we're anti-vaccine. If we don't want the vaccine, that's fine. If you are anti-vaccine, that's fine. I'm not going to be sitting there holding anti-vaccine protests because I'm not anti-vaccine. You want to get it, go get it. Okay? You want to do a vaccine passport rally in front of News 12? I think that's a good idea. It's a news network. That's not a bad idea. Out in front of Ballone's office, Suffolk County, the Suffolk County executive offices. You want to go there too? We can go there too. I think that's a good idea too. But one thing that has to happen regardless is we have to take a stand against these passports. And we may not get the change right away. But it starts with these town halls. It starts with these town halls. Everybody in their cities, in their towns, please send emails, send a message. I know. I don't answer every message. You got to understand. If you saw what my phone looked like with these messages, and a lot of them are the same thing. Like for instance, the video of Trump hitting the golf ball and hitting Sleepy Joe and falling up the stairs. Like, if I didn't get that sent to me by like 300 people, it was never sent at all, which is fine. Send it. I enjoy interacting with everybody. I really do. I know I don't answer everything. Please forgive me. If you have my personal number, text it to me that you've got something set up in your town. If you don't, comment on posts or bombard me, email, liloudmajority@gmail.com. Use the website to get in touch with me. Please, because I want to come to these town halls. I want to see these town halls starting from town to town. Because I do believe that once, I don't think these leaders know us, and I don't think we know them. Again, a problem that I have is more people on this chat know who I am and don't know who their leaders are. That's a problem. I'm not your leader. I'd love to be, but I'm not. I'm not the town supervisor of Merrick or Belmore or, Seaford. I'm not. I'd love to be. I'd love to help everybody. I'm not. And there's no reason why you should know me and not them. That's not your fault. That is their fault. Their job is to represent you. Your job is to be educated when you're voting for them. How can you be educated when you're voting for them if they are never in front of you? It is a them problem, not a you problem. You now have to take action. Get in touch with the town leaders, get in touch with the town executives, and make the attempt to get these people to hold a town hall. It doesn't have to be violent. You don't have to use, well, it's not going to be violent. You don't have to use scary language. We wanted a town hall for accountability. No. It is a community conversation. It is a community. That's it. It is a community conversation. Right? That's all it's got to be. A round table, a discussion. That's all it's got to be. Hold on one second. All right. I'm just writing something here because I want to put it up. Cool. So I think that is a plan of action that we can take. Now, when we start setting up these town halls, we need to communicate it to myself. I'll get it out to the group. We're not there to intimidate our leaders. We're there to talk to them. We're not showing up rowdy with flags. It's not a rally. It's a discussion. Hey, you want to put flags on your truck, that's fine. But don't, if it's outside, there's no reason to sit there and flag. Casey wants to know, do we need the COVID passport to fly? Out of the country, they're going to the country, not yet. I'd be glad to get a town hall started in Riverhead, New York. And anybody who can get these town halls started, let me know. This is what grassroots is, folks. I'm getting chills. I really am. This is what grassroots is about. The people want change. The people go to their leaders. Their leaders are supposed to respond and work with the people. If I motivate one person to take action, I'm excited. One more person that's taking action tomorrow, then I'd taken action this morning. I want town halls in every town on Long Island. I will get in touch with Rick Schaefer from from town of Babylon, see when he could do it. COVID is not an excuse. We will put on masks. We will be socially distant, but we need to express our concern. And if they continue to dodge us, ammunition for when we take them down politically. That's it. So-and-so in Bayshore didn't want to come out. So-and-so's a no-show. That's it. Oh, but COVID. No. No. We were going to do all of the guidelines and everything like that. And that's how you call their bluff. Instagram, the feed is ending in 20 seconds. I'll catch you guys later. The feed's ending, so stay loud, Insta. I'll just let that end. You can wear your loud majority gear to your town halls, sure. Can we only go to a town hall where we live? I mean, that's the only place where your actual interests will be represented. But no, you can go to town halls elsewhere and support friends or friends or folks that are over there in the town hall. Maybe you don't want to be an active participant. For instance, if there's a town hall in Comac, I don't know what business I have speaking there. I can go there and watch it unfold. I don't know what business I'm going to have speaking at a Comac town hall. I'm not in Comac, right? But I will go. I would attend to hear what's going on, right? So I would be okay with that. I apologize if the audio is breaking up. Hopefully it got better. All right. So just let's keep all these things in mind. Town hall. That's the biggest thing I think we need to start doing. Get in front of our leaders. Get them in front of us. Before we go tonight, I want to say congratulations to a very special person I've gotten to know rather well over the last couple of months. And that is New York City Republican candidate, New York City Council Republican candidate, Vicky Palladino. Congratulations to Vicky Palladino. She filed her petitions, had 8 times the amount of signatures that she needed. And Vicky Palladino is going to be one of our leaders that when she does win that seat and goes on and is seated on the New York City Council, she is going to work to make a difference to take our city back. I've worked with Vicky. We campaigned with her for a little bit in Whitestone, getting some signatures. Jimmy James as well. Maria as well out there. So congratulations to Vicky. I am very, very excited about Vicky. I'm very excited to see that she's on the ballot for the Republican primary. Those of you in the city, get out. If you're in her district, get out and vote for Vicky Palladino. This is a real America First candidate, a MAGA candidate. She's amazing. She's hysterical. She's a cool person. She's publicly put de Blasio in his place. And the Whitestone Republican Club has been amazing to the Long Island Loud majority. Maria's talking about there's a Whitestone Republican Club meeting April 14th. Anybody who's interested in going, Vicky is the head of that club. So go say hi, support Vicky. When she is seated on the New York City Council, we will know that we are well on our way to taking back the city that has been taken from us and destroyed. District 19, Vicky Palladino, New York City Council. So congratulations to Vicky. We're all excited. And Curtis Sliwa, mayoral candidate, and a relative of mine, long story, very, very distant relative, but Curtis Sliwa as well. He burned it down at the Whitestone Republican Club last time we were there. So congratulations, Vicky. We're going to be needing some help going into campaign season, so stay tuned. Look for that. And maybe a couple rallies for Vicky out in Queens. I don't know. Think anybody here want to rally in Queens for Vicky Palladino to take back New York City? Anybody here think that's a good idea? Because I think that's a great idea. Okay. So congratulations to Vicky. I just wanted to get that out there before we go. Our website. People are asking about the newsletter. Here you go. Officialalmajority.com. That's the newsletter. We do have new shirts up there. They are MAGA shirts, red shirt, white letter, MAGA, make Andrew go away. We're bringing MAGA back. It never left, but we're bringing it back. And that is our new shirt. Nice red one, nice bright red shirt. So instead of just having the bright red MAGA hat, you can now have a bright red MAGA shirt. MAGA, make Andrew go away. They're on the website. Stay loud on the back. Obviously, that's our motto. Stay loud. So if you're interested in grabbing one of those for the summer, okay. Officialalmajority.com. What else do we have here? I guess that's what we got. Also, before we go, ourfreedombook.com. I am anxiously awaiting their updates and some of the new work that they're doing with their apps and everything like that. But ourfreedombook.com is incredible. If you saw some of the pictures and some of the content that's been out, you all know the boss, the Freedom Boss, Dave Lipsky, and his beautiful wife, Casey. They've been out back and forth, Mar-a-Lago and everything. They met with Trump, not saying anything else. We don't know anything else, but you obviously know they got back, and now you heard that, Trump wants to join social media. So, and listen, I'm not saying he's doing one thing or the other. I'm saying if you want to go to a website and a social media platform that you can trust, that's the one. Okay? They got their own servers. They don't mind your data. All right? Are there going to be, it's brand new. Are there going to be kinks? Are there going to be bugs? Is it going to be perfect right off the bat? Of course not. Facebook has bugs still too. But the point is, it is the future of freedom of speech. It is the future of freedom of speech. Ourfreedombook.com. Come home to freedom. I'm there. Under my name, Sean Farish. Okay, we have a Long Island Loud Majority group on there too. They've got live streaming and some really cool things coming down the pipe. And it's not just ourfreedombook.com. It's not just ourfreedombook.com. They've got all of the platforms. Oh, Casey's excited. There it is. I didn't mean to do that. But Casey's excited. You're welcome, Casey. See? We pull all cool stuff on there. There you go. All right. They've got so much cool stuff coming. Even an alternative to iTunes. So a lot of great stuff coming down the road there. Like I said, live streaming capabilities. The website is so sleek. Get on there. It is the future of freedom, ourfreedombook.com, where they conserve culture, not cancel culture. Come home to freedom. And for those of you who said, you're doing a read, I came up with that on the top of my head. Okay? We don't do anything scripted. I never do scripted. Okay? One thing we're talking about, I will never read off of a page. Okay? I might write words, but I will always go off the cuff like the greatest president of the United States. We're talking about Donald J. Trump, okay? We're talking about a wonderful thing. All right, that just about does it. It's been an hour and 8 minutes. It feels quick. Had a good time talking with you. I will get emails out to you that we're going to send to all of our state representatives with regards to vaccine passports, and I will let you know what we're going to do in terms of a rally about vaccine passports as well. From now till then, please sign up for the newsletter, officialalmajority.com. Get yourself a freedom on our Freedom Book account, OFB, ourfreedombook.com. Sign up. Learn the website. We're going to be there. Facebook is not going to allow us to stay forever, and we know that. We're going to need a place to go. We have one. They say the grass is always greener on the other side. The grass is very green over there. Okay? And town halls. Once you guys get a town hall, when you start reaching out to your leaders, you start reaching out in your communities. Once you guys get a town hall, please let me know. Remember, we are the leaders we've been waiting for. Ain't no job done right unless you do it yourself, right? We are the leaders we have been waiting for. Now it's time to lead. Let's get in touch with our town leaders, our representatives. Let's get in touch with them. Let's get them in front of us. Let's get in front of them. Let's have the conversation, not the confrontation, the conversation with our representatives and make government work for us. Thanks for kicking it with me tonight on live stream. I love you guys more than you know. Appreciate all the support more than you know. Appreciate the words of encouragement and even the criticism at times more than you know. It helps us grow, and for myself, for Heather, for Kevin, and everybody. All right. We really appreciate everybody's engagement, sticking with us despite the election results, sticking with us to come back and take back our state. Our movement is rapidly growing, and we couldn't do that without every single one of you. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful night, and we will catch you next time. Until then, know that if we do not consent, we will not comply. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, stay loud.